Question 11, solve the inequality 8x squared minus 96x plus 280. I want to get the h and k. I'm going to use the formula negative b over 2a. The a is 8, the b is negative 96, and the c is 280. The h is negative b divided by 2a divided by 2 divided by a is 6. The k is, plug it into this equation, is equal to 8, the a term, times the x squared plus the b term, which is negative 96, times the x value plus the c term. That gives us negative 8. We have 6, negative 8. The a is positive, it's opening up. We want to get the zeros. I'm going to equate this to 0 and factor. If I make this equal to 0 and solve, I'm going to factor. First, I've noticed that 8 goes into all of these terms, so I'm dividing everything by 8. That gives me x squared minus 12x plus 35 is equal to 0. Looking for the factors of 35, 7 and 5, that add up to give 12, still 7 and 5. They're both the same sign. They're both going to be negative. Negative 7, negative 5. X minus 7 is equal to 0 some of the time, and x minus 5 is equal to 0 some of the time. When x is minus 7, add 7 to both sides, x equals 7. When x minus 5 is equal to 0, add 5 to both sides, x is equal to 5. So your zeros are 5 and 7. If this doesn't factor out nicely, you can always use the quadratic formula or completing the square. Okay, 5 and 7 are zeros. Back into here, and I'm going to drag my point to the 5 or the 7, and there we are. Our parabola looks like this. We want to know when this parabola is less than 0. We are going to have a solid dot. Less than or equal to 0 is a solid dot on the 5 and a solid dot on the 7, and then we are shading below. We're looking for the interval of the x's that make this happen. When x is a member of, from 5, except a bracket on the 5, to 7, except a bracket on the 7. And then we press our answer to see if we're right. Let's find the h and k. My a is 1/4. My b is 7 over 2. My c is 33 over 4. The h is negative b over 2a equals negative b divided by 2 divided by a. The k is, I'm going to feed the h back into this equation. That's giving me is equal to a times the x squared plus the b times the x plus the c. That gives me 7 and negative 4. Negative 7, negative 4. Negative 7, negative 4 is right here. This is opening up. We have to find the zeros. Write this as an equation. I want to get rid of the 4's and the 2. The common denominator is 4. I'm going to multiply every term by 4. These 4's are going to cancel. We're left with x squared. 2 goes into 4 twice. 2 times 7 is 14. And these 4's cancel, 33. We're looking for the factors of 33 that add up to give 14. 33 is 3 times 11. 3 and 11 add up to give 14. X plus 3, x plus 11. They're both the same sign. They're both positive. That's going to give me two equations. X plus 3 is equal to 0. Subtract 3 from both sides. X is equal to negative 3. Or x plus 11 is equal to 0. Subtract 11 from both sides. X is equal to negative 11. Where zeros are negative 3 and 11. If you're working on one of these and it doesn't factor out, you can always use your quadratic formula or completing the square. The zeros. For negative 3, negative 11, drag this up to negative 3, and notice the other 0 goes through negative 11. We're looking for when this is greater than or equal to 0. We're going to get a solid dot on the negative 11, and we're going to get a solid dot on the negative 3. And we're looking at when it's greater than 0. What's the intervals for the x's? What's the interval for the x that makes this happen? When x is a member of from negative infinity all the way over to negative 11. Rejecto bracket on negative infinity until negative 11. The 11 is included, so accept a bracket on the negative 11. Union, accept a bracket on the negative 3, because the negative 3 is included, until infinity, and rejecto bracket on infinity. And then we press answer to see if we're right. And that is it for level 11. Have a good day.